This is the Schiller Woods magic water pump. It's the designated place that I chose to do my land clearing ceremony. It was my first land clearing ceremony, and I just went completely based off of intuition. I went to Chicago for a concert, but before going, I had a nudge that I was supposed to be doing some sort of land work for Gaia. And I pulled some tarot and oracle cards as I was leaving for the trip and just getting a general feel of what the trip energy would bring. And I did, in fact, pull a card that talked about working with Gaia and ley lines. So I took that as confirmation. I knew, again, just intuitively, that I wanted to pick up tobacco as a land offering, and that should have been my first indicator that I would be working with Native Americans. But I didn't know because Schiller Woods doesn't sound native. The land has deep indigenous ties, actually. There is a mound of imported soils from all over the country of tribal lands. So my recommendation is for you to investigate and just make sure that if you are deciding to do a land clearing, that if it is native grounds, that you pay proper respects to the keepers of the land. And that's just as simple as letting them know why you're there, what you intend to do, and bring them some sort of offering. And usually they like tobacco, but it doesn't have to be. It could be mugwort, sage, cinnamon is one that I have offered to natives before. So you saw me anoint myself with some blue lotus oil. I also used a selenite to clear my crystals that I'm going to be using for the grid. I'm making a crystal grid. And now I am setting my intentions into the water. That was from the magic water pump that is believed to have healing properties, and locals come and fill up with the water with the hopes of experiencing a miraculous healing. And the intentions that I set in the water they were to clear me, but more so for ego purposes, so that I could be as pure of a channel as possible during this clearing. Actually, because I was recording and I was tending to the equipment, and it can pull you out of the high consciousness. So I was trying to be mindful of that. And now I'm just continuing to use sound healing and just visualization and intending to clear out the negativity of my tools. I also use the sound healing and the same intention, visualization for myself, my physical body, and for the area that I'm working on. So really all of Chicagoland. So after using the Tibetan bells to use sound as well to clear, I am now cutting up the tobacco into little pieces that I will scatter around. Now, I wish that I had understood that the reason that I was doing this was for the natives, but that wasn't exactly my intention. I didn't put two and two together at this time. So either way, I know that I was guided to do this intuitively, and it was for that reason. But in my mind, I was just offering it to the land and to Gaia as a gift. Pay attention to what you're guided to bring. Maybe you are guided more towards roses or jasmine or different scents. That could be an indicator of who you're working with, who wants to work with you. Maybe it's a goddess. Maybe it's Mary Magdalene. Okay, now I'm using the sound to clear the tobacco too. I didn't know where it had been. I wasn't sure where that package had been, what kind of energies were in there. And I just went to a local smoke shop. I wanted to go to a better quality smoke shop, but it was closed for the holiday. So I just settled for the neighborhood, and I just asked for the most natural, organic tobacco that they had. I didn't even know what to ask for. It was like, I don't know how tobacco is sold. It was like, I'll take one weed, please, basically. So now what I'm doing is I'm creating a sigil stone, and this is based off of instructions from Orange Light Energy, which is Jennifer and Susan's business. They have a channel, the Orange Light Energy YouTube channel, and Metatron is speaking. They work closely with Metatron, and they have instructions on how to create sigil stones that clear out demonic and dark energies from the land specifically. So these symbols are specific for land clearing. So now I'm setting intentions for, of course, clearing of the land, but also to just bless the people who take the water and to boost the miraculous properties, that anybody with a sincere, open heart experience miraculous level of healing, that the people of Chicago, through the ley lines, and the whole area receive a boost of love, of trust, of faith, of goodwill, and good fortune. Now I'm using my pendulum to figure out where I'm going to put the grid. I actually stepped away for quite a while because the pendulum led me back into the woods. So I was just kind of like following the pendulum all the way back into the woods. Maybe I'll include a picture of the grid at the very end. And now I'm just vibing. Now I've done the work. I did the grid. I did the prayers. I set the intentions. And so I thought like I'm just going to hang out with Gaia now and sing to her. And so there was one particular song that I had been obsessed with on the drive to Chicago. You don't have to have any special abilities to do something like this, just the desire to bring good to the world, to do good for Mother Earth. Your intention is plenty. Even if you can't see it, it doesn't mean that your thoughts don't have a form and that they don't influence. The song is called Tzen by Loli, Cósmica. And I just think it's so beautiful. And I played it maybe 4 times. And it's a pretty long song, 7 or 8 minutes long. It was a whole lot of singing and dancing. The longer that I was there, the more energy that was building up. Yeah, right around here is when I'm like really feeling the vibrations and like total bliss. And I'm just bowing down, thanking the mother for dancing with me. And I'm closing with water again to seal the ceremony. I did not do any prayer to the 4 directions. I haven't been trained on how to do that properly. I hope this inspires you to do your own clearing and magic and find your own version that feels right for you.